really excited. I'm heading down to Gloucester to meet the man, the legend himself, John Lofty Wiseman again. Go and see him and catch up with some of the other guys from Two-Way Survival, which is going to be great. I know it's the Jubilee weekend, but I'm sure there's going to be quite a few people there. Looking forward to seeing them again.
I'm faster, I'm fitter, I'm stronger, as long as I retain coordination. Okay, this is the power of adrenaline. It's the fight or flight syndrome. Do I stand and fight or do I run away? So all the time, make the right decision, being aware of the situation, okay, and using, when I'm in a state of anxiety, using this adrenaline to get me out of trouble. Now, if you find yourself in a situation you don't quite know what to do, okay, it's the fight or flight syndrome again, like I say. But basically, retaining coordination, breathing. The nose, taking in the air, lifting up your chest from the diaphragm for a 5 count, okay? So in through the nose for 5, hold it for 5, and then force down, pressing down on the diaphragm, and get the air out of your body, okay? So breathing in through the nose, 5, hold for 5, exhale for 5, and what you're doing, you're slowing everything down. You know, you're retaining coordination. I don't know if you see kids playing in the park, one chasing another, and as the one chasing gets closer to the one in front, suddenly it goes to pieces with excitement. You know, we all do it, and that is, you know, the power of adrenaline. You're juicing now, right? And so you take a Rennie, so you pop a Rennie, great, no indigestion, makes you constipated. So now you take another pill to stop that, and you go into freely. And what does that pill do? It gives you a headache. So what you've done all these signs and symptoms, you're not treating the cause. So get to know yourself and say, right, why have I got a headache? Am I dehydrated? Have I had a blow? You know, being aware of the situation again, being aware of your body. Get the idea? And my first jungle training was in Malaya, and I was late coming out from the jungle training op, and my troop was deployed, and the guy, he must have been an anorexic, I think, but he sorted my rations out for me. I've never seen 14 days rations before, and we used to carry 14 days rations between resupply in the jungle. And so when I got out from this training up late, this guy had all my rations on the bed, and I've never seen so much food in my life. It's a big heap of food. And he said, look, this is what I would keep. You could carry it all, you know. This is what I would carry, and this is what I leave behind. So on his advice, I've done exactly that. And after 5 days, I was running out of food. So, like I say, this bloke must have been anorexic and sorted my gear out, but I didn't know nothing, you know. I was a 19-year-old thickie. And at the same time, a guy called Charlie Beckwith, I don't know if you've ever heard of him. No, Charlie Beckwith? Yeah. Charlie was attached to us. We used to exchange with American Special Forces. And Charlie was a 16-stone big lad. And he ran out of food after 4 days, and he contracted leptospirosis, malaria, and scrub typhus. And from 16 stones, he went down to something like 8 stone. He had to get Casevac, and he's on death's door. And when he got Casevac, I thought, great, I'd have his kit. All he left me is a bit of candle this big, you know, and he had nothing. And he didn't take any Paladrin preventive stuff. Anyway, that was Johnny. But what happened was, I ran out of food just after that, and I was starving, I was hungry, I was a growing lad, you know. And the rule is, you only eat what you carry. The lads couldn't share nothing, they've only got enough for themselves, you know. And each patrol, we had 2 E-band trackers. E-bands are from a tribe, the headhunters from Borneo, and we had 2 attached to each troop. And overnight they used to go hunting. So I'd become friendly with them, and they used to come back with all sorts of stuff, you know, frogs, bats, you name it, monkeys, anything, and they fed me. So I took an interest in survival from that point on. I promise you, myself, I won't be hungry again. You know what I mean? And so that really got me interested in survival, you know, knowing what you could eat. And like I say, we were always hungry. And part of the training in the regiment is survival training. If we went to the Arctic, the desert, or the jungle, we always set up a survival school, you know. And later on, as you get 12 for the squadrons, I went into training wing and I was running survival from there, like, you know. Back in the water, and if there's fish in the water, okay, give it time, you'll catch fish, okay? You ain't got the time to stand there with your old fish rod like huckleberry fin sort of thing. There's other things to do. So you put these in, and it's like doing the football pools. The more sort of cubans you do, the more chance you got of getting fish. Okay? The other one is a gill net. Again, it's a net, inch and a half between mesh, laid across the water, suspended area, could be wrapped up very small. And again, in the jungle, we used to carry one of these. Because in the jungle, food was scarce. Everything competing for it at ground level, all the animals, the net. Up in the sky where the monkeys were, lots of stuff which we couldn't reach. And so fish was our best source of food.
So what we got, vegetable curry, is it, mate?
Yes, it's going to be a mixed bean vegetable curry.
Really nice.
Get set up the base for now.
Nice. Good job, mate.
Or Tower Bridge, I think, wasn't there?
Yeah, Tower Bridge, yeah. It's gone there though.
Is it gone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in Chelsea for a bit, see.
Okay, just down the road.
Wish her all the best, you know. She know if it's for her, as soon as she goes. And a lot's changed now. All the bullying, all that side of it's gone, you know. And I think it's more equal now, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And on merit, she shine. There's now, I had a son in the army, and his boss was an ex-Apache pilot. You know, flying ops in Afghan and that, and so the world has changed, you know. Yeah. I find it hard myself to get my head around it all, because women in the regiment, I think, oh, you know, but we got lots of supporting arms, and the regiment is surrounding now by lots of women in different jobs, doing great jobs, you know, a lot of administration and that. Yeah. And in my day they said, you know, even young lads in camp were apparel, let alone any women, you know what I mean? Yeah. And so times has changed. I'm still a dinosaur that way, you know. Right. But there is opportunities. And at one time, like racks and everything else, they really were abused, you know what I mean? And but no, good luck to her. Great. Yeah. Is she bright academic?
So the race is on. See who's going to get this water boiling quick enough. Bit of fun for them all. Good turnout though. Preparation is key for these guys. We've got flame here already. Yeah, go in. I think they want the prize.
Absolutely.
Why not? Got to be in it to win it, haven't you? Fire there.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
Andy.
she's nearly there.
Andy, we've got a boil. We've got a boil.
It's on the edges.
Yeah,
Yeah, nearly there.
We've got a boil if you don't
Rolling
mind.
boil here,
There we go.
Andy.
There we go. We have a winner.
Not vaporised.
Just over crystal. Get it in that heat, innit?
Just recap what we've done, and I'll go on to survival kits. Okay, I'm still pumping the old awareness. Remember, keeping our eyes, using all our senses. Anticipation, okay, is what we're looking for. Seeing things before they happen, and prevention is better than cure. Yeah, so we keep our eyes about us all the time, ears open, sniff the air. How many of you had to go around breathing the air? Yeah, have you had a go? Yeah, it's a great thing. Develop this sense. Use everything at your disposal, everything you got, you know, and learn to live with nature every day, looking, searching. Now, what you learn in the woods also applies in the town. You know, keep your eyes about you all the time, looking around, anticipating danger. You know, danger areas, you know, going past alleyways, things like this, car parks at night, being aware of the danger, avoid them where you can. It's the buddy system. Although we operated in four-man teams, okay, we never split down individually. We always stayed in pairs, so you got mutual support. Yeah. Same in the town and that. If you can, got a friend, okay, use your mate, you know, and you can depend on each other, okay? So being aware all the time, using all your senses, learn to live with nature, understand it, you know, what's happening. Be curious, okay? Be suspicious, you know, ask yourself, you know, different questions. What crushed that? What broke that? What made them marks? What dropping is that from, you know? And all these indications help you build up this picture, and you're building up your knowledge all the time. And the more knowledge you got, okay, the more confident you are, the more capable you are to handle any situation. Through itself, and it pulls down tight. And with this knot, it won't slip sideways. And it's great if this is a safety line and this was round you, you know, proper climbing rope, you can go along traversing a bad place, and if you slipped, it locks, okay? To the end. Yeah, right to the end. Now don't let go of them ends. Don't let go of the ends. Okay, you won't let go with it. Right then. You must have let go. Right now, threes play their band. But I like this one because I could open it one-handed. Get me? And it locks. Always cut towards your mate, okay? None of this, you know. And again, people, making the spoon was a big thing. I'll show you one I made earlier. I don't know what's going to come out of here, honest. One I made earlier. People doing spoons, they're always like this, and they always cut their hands. Don't do it. Cut towards your mate. If you sat down, cut towards your mate. You know the old making your fire? Fire sticks. Did you make fire sticks? Who won the competition? How'd you get fire going?
We're all given cotton wool.
Oh, you were, okay. Cheating, but well done. But the secret to lighting a fire, okay? Stand in deadwood, don't pick anything off the floor, okay? When it's still standing, you snap it, you know deadwood from greenwood. Once you got that, feathers, do at least a dozen of these, okay? And then with the flint or whatever you got, you match. That's the secret to lighting the fire. Agree? So stand in deadwood. Okay, keep your matches dry. Keep them in a proper container. A container like this, it's got a seal on it, waterproof. Okay, matches, keep them dry. Okay, this, keep it on a breast pocket, and it keep you with it all the time. You got your survival tin?
Yep.
Got to check it. Okay, even if you're going ballroom dancing, a survival tin. It's in there, needle and thread, button drops off, running repairs. It's invaluable. Anyone else got survival tin on them?
No, unfortunately, that's it.
Well done. Okay, the old 2-ounce tobacco tin is normal, but this tin, it's got good clips, stainless, okay, it's seamless, and what it does, although it's only a small amount of water, I can actually boil water in it. Get me? A lot of the tins, the tobacco tins, they got solder on the joints. You put them on the fire, it melts. So a tin like this, okay, quite expensive, but it's got a seal so the contents always dry. That should be a mirror image but I like 75s in it. But once that's polished up, there's your heliograph. Remember we said attracting attention? Now in the military, we used to get issued this, and we used to use it for shaving, and people say, what's that hole in the middle for? Does anyone know?
Heliograph. See, it's the naming point.
It's to stop the enemy creeping up on you while you're shaving. That's what we was told. We didn't know what to do with that last nail light. There we go. Made out of tallow. In emergency, you can eat the fat. So if you can carry a tallow candle instead of the paraffin one, okay, it's another means of nutrition. Yeah. Up goes the table again. It's a cheap table, boy. There's a powder. Okay, get all your gear ready because let's go in the flash. Might get a stick going this time. Must be good. There we go. There you go. If you can't get a fire going with that, use that though. There's your feather. Okay folks, any questions on the old tin? Used people from the regiment who died of natural causes, and he said that they'd been assassinated by the Feathermen, which was a load of rubbish. And the thing is, he never denied it. He always insisted it was the truth. Mike Keeley, you might have heard about, he died, he's a hero at Murbat, and he died on Brecon Beacons from hypothermia. I was with him, and this guy come to my house, this is Ram Fines, and said, Lofty, will you sign this to say this happened? And I said, it's a load of rubbish. It's not true. Keeley died of hypothermia. And I was with him when we had breakfast in the morning, with him all the time. He went on the hill, died hypothermia. And so the regiment, okay, vilified him. But in these early days, he come on selection, and we set the officers different tasks. And one was to go and recce Barclays Bank, draw plans of it discreetly to plan, you know, an attack on it, all the alarm system, all this and that. And he wrote all these notes up and left them in the caff where he's had a cup of tea, because someone found them, handed them in, special branch involved. But being he come from title family, he got away with it. But then he got Archie Youth from the regiment, and on a bit of land on Salisbury Plain, they was making a film, and they built a bit of a dam for the film set. He got explosive from the regiment, not from me, I was running demo at the time, but he blew up the dam on the film set. Well, we were still being jailed for doing things like that, but him, oh, it was high spirit sort of thing, you know, and he got away with that one. But I'm not a big fan of Ram Fines, you know, because when he came to me about Keeley, and another friend of mine, Brendan McAuliffe, a good lad, who again, he died of a tumour, not from the Featherman, he had him in the book as well. And like I say, he never said it was a load of rubbish. And one thing he did was, he done a trench globe. Did you mention the trench globe, right? And it was hilarious when he gave the presentation, because he had to go scrounging around all the big corporates, Marks and Spencer's, places like this, to be sponsorship. And I think from all of us he got a pair of socks, you know what I mean, things like that. But good talker, and he has been on Everest, although he's got vertigo. Did you mention this? And he come off his Arctic expedition, and his fingers black with frostbite. And it's excruciating pain. I've not had frostbite, you know, but I know blokes who have. And once that finger's gone black, okay, it's got to be amputated. And it's excruciating pain. My mate Rummy Stokes had it, and he went to a party, and they wait until they get a demarcation line. It's black, white before good flesh. And until that happens, they won't amputate, because they don't know how far the damage is. And Rummy's at, sorry, it's his toes. He had Bronco had his hand, but Brummy's toes were like this. And at her dance, one of the nurses said, "Brum, can I look at your frostbite? Never seen it before." So he showed her. She got his toe and it come off the end, come off in her hand. Oh, Brummy fainted, excruciating pain. Ram Find on the telly said he got fed up with his hands being like they are. He went in the shed, he got a hacksaw and he cut through his own hands. Load of crap, what is? You can't bear to touch it, you know what I mean? And but he's a player. Yeah, no, he's not my cup of tea, you know.
The character, not survival. It literally is the Godfather. There's no one that you could put higher. And all these celebrity survival experts, that, or so-called experts, they really haven't got the experience that Lofty's had. They haven't suffered the psychological stress, and that's put them skills into real-world applications while suffering stress and ramifications. Totally different than doing it as a group, going out into the woods with no pressure, no stress. So for us, it's an absolute pleasure to work with Lofty, it really is.
Look at this, after party burgers. Our main man here, Glenn. Looking good, mate, they are looking good. Fair play.
Laugh. They're really enthusiastic, really knowledgeable as well.
It's like a bit of punk wood. Yes.
So we're having our dessert, Glenn. What we got tonight for our dessert?
Oh, it's a sticky toffee pudding
Sticky toffee pudding with
custard
hot, piping hot custard.
cooked on open
Look at
fire.
that. Cooked on the open fire.
Oh, it
Loves
looks
this.
awful.
Look at that.
I'm not sure if I want to eat
There's
this.
some lumps in that custard.
Oh, good.
It's that custard, those lumps.
Is there any to go in that black pot as well?
Yeah.
Oh.
Unjust.
Look at that.
Oh, that's awful. That is.
That looks proper like school custard, doesn't it?
Hard shit.
Look at that. That's awful. I don't know how we're going to survive.
I don't know. This survival arc is like... Lofty could have taught us a bit more, couldn't he? Happy eating, guys.
Cheers. Look at that. Oh, that's a heavy one. I
God.
love that one.
Cheers, matey.
Got
Any?
bigger lump of cake.
Oh, ding dong. And it's hot, I can feel it. We've even found we got extra
look at
donuts.
A donut in there as well
Look
with the
at
custard.
that.
Oh, custard's still.
Oh my
hot.
God, I'm going to be sleeping after this. The sugar,
yeah.
I'll have a sugar coma. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. Lofty, the legend again. Great meeting up with all the guys from True Ways. They're a cracking bunch of guys. If you want to learn something, get in touch with them, definitely. You never know, you may see me on the course. But yeah, great just to be out. Weather held out for us. Had some thunder last night, and heading back to North Wales now.